Hello students, now we will discuss some numericals regarding the chapter motion. A question I have written in the board, you see, and this question is about the VT graph. The question is, a cyclist moves at the rate of 8 meters per second for 8 seconds. Then he starts pedaling and he comes to rest in the next 10 seconds. What we have to calculate? We have to calculate, first we have to draw the VT graph, then average retardation and distance covered with uniform velocity, distance covered with variable velocity, and also we have to find the average velocity. How can we draw the graph? You see, we will take time along x-axis in second and velocity in meter per second in y-axis. At what rate the cyclist travels? At the rate of 8 meters per second for how many minutes? For 8 seconds. Then he stops pedaling. After stopping pedaling, he comes to rest in the next 10 seconds. I will take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Each unit I take 2 seconds. 14, 16, then 18. And here I will take 2 meters per second, 4 meters per second, 6 meters per second, 8 meters per second, 10 meters per second. The question is given that cyclist travels with the speed of 8 meters per second for 8 seconds. Here time 8 seconds. Up to this time, the cyclist travels with uniform speed. Its speed does not change. When the speed of the body does not change, then VT graph is parallel to the time axis. Now this graph is parallel to time axis. At the time of 8 seconds, the cyclist stops pedaling. When we stop the pedaling, what happens to the speed? The speed gradually decreases. The speed gradually decreases and the cyclist comes to rest in the next 10 seconds. 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 6 seconds, 8 seconds, 10 seconds. That means at the end of 18 seconds, the cycle comes to rest. Now VT graph is drawn. Then we have to find the average retardation. To find retardation, what we have to find? We have to find slope of the VT graph. To find the slope, distance in y-axis, distance in x-axis. For answer B, we have to find retardation equal to slope of the graph. Y distance is 8 and x distance is 18 minus 8. 8 by 10. Here it is minus, but 0.8 meter per second square. 0.8 meter per second square. Now, then we have to find distance covered with uniform velocity. In the VT graph, If you have not seen my video, in the previous video, I have explained that how to find the distance from VT graph. To find distance from the VT graph, we have to calculate the area enclosed between the graph and time axis. This portion shows the speed of the cycle with uniform speed. Now we have to calculate the area of these things. You name it A, B, C, D and E. Distance covered with uniform velocity means area of ABCD. Area of ABCD. This is a rectangle, and rectangle area length into breadth means AD into AB. AD into AB. AD equal to 8 and AB equal to 8. 8 8 is 64 meter. The distance covered with uniform velocity is 64 meter. Now, distance covered with variable velocity. This part of graph shows the body travel with variable velocity. So, to calculate the distance, we have to find the area of the triangle CDE. So for D answer, area of triangle, distance covered with variable velocity. With variable velocity. Equal to area of triangle CDE. To find the area of triangle, what is the formula? Half base into altitude. Half is the base and this is the altitude. Half DE into CD. DE equal to 10 and CD equal to 8. 2 5 ja 40 meter. This is the distance covered with uniform velocity 64 meter, and this is the distance covered with variable velocity which is 40 meter. Now we have to find average velocity. Average velocity equal to total distance by total time. Total distance by total time. Distance covered with uniform velocity 64. Distance covered with variable velocity 40. Total distance 64 plus 40. And total time 0 to 18 means 18 seconds. 104 by 18. 18 5 90. Then 14. 18 7 126. 5.77 meter per second. 5.777 to 5.78. 5.78 meter per second. This is the average velocity. Next, we will discuss another question, that is number 2. So, you can understand this question, how to solve. So, we have to now discuss the second question, which is the graph related.